introduce the idea of the PPP, because some people would say that enforcement in the electricity market seems weak. Contracts aren't being honored and debts pile up with 2.7 trillion owed to gas suppliers. Is this a lax in regulation fueling this kind of crisis?
See, you see, when I was speaking with Imodu before we came here, we actually discussed talking about transmission, and I told him that when you are discussing about the power sector, you cannot discuss on only one sector and then leave the other, because transmission can bankrupt distribution companies. Distribution company can bankrupt transmission. Transmission can bankrupt generation company. Distribution company can bankrupt generation company. So all the sectors have to work sustainably. It's not only one sector. All of them have to work sustainably. Let me give you an example. The main problem that we have, that the sector is having liquidity crisis that you are mentioning about. Where did it come from? It is because the distribution companies cannot collect the money, and that is why government have to come in. Either the tariff is too short, or they are not collecting enough. That is the reason why government have to come in to sustain the sector. And that is why I told you, after we have done the privatization and handed over most of the sector to the private sector, government is still the dominant investor in the power sector, because we didn't do things right. And one of the first things we didn't do right is that the regulatory framework is not consistent and is not reliable. The distribution companies that we brought, we handed over distribution companies to companies that are not capable. And we encourage Nigerian banks to give them money to buy the network. Eventually, if you look at it now, more than 80% of the original owners of distribution company have been kicked out by commercial banks. So the entry of the commercial bank into the power sector, especially Nigerian power sector, Nigerian commercial bank, they brought in money that are not ideal for this kind of network, because they are short-term money and are very expensive. What do you need for, like for example, if you are building a house and you go to a commercial bank now and you collect the money and you build a house, and you say you're going to pay the loan from the proceeds of rent that you are getting, will you be able to do that? You are going to lose the house, because there is a mismatch between the loan proceed and the investment you did. So investment in power sector is supposed to be long-term investment. Unfortunately, we handed over our distribution company to weak local companies that cannot bring in long-term investment. So this is the kind of problem we have.